when she was married herself nearly 27 years before. He had to change the style a little, but it looked just fine. They stayed up all night, but they got it finished just in time. Now on the arm of her daddy, she's walking down the aisle. Then she catches my eye and she gives me a secret smile. Maybe it's too old-fashioned, but we once were a close friend. Oh, but the way that she looks today, she never could have been. Well, I can see her now in the tight blue jeans, pumping all the money in a record machine, spinning like a top. You should have seen her go. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll. I knew the bride when she used to rock and roll.
When I give my heart, it will be completely.
Please take your seats, ladies and gentlemen.
Or I'll never.
I just need to wait for him to stop crying.
So cool, but it's been seconds.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Samantha, and it is my pleasure to be officiating at this ceremony today. And this is Debbie, who will be recording the event in the marriage register. We are gathered here today at Addington Palace to witness the marriage of James and Emma, to share in their joy and to celebrate their love. Maybe not their tears, I don't know. Well, that's all Now, this place in which we are now met has been duly sanctioned according to the law for the celebration of marriage. And you are here today to witness the joining in matrimony of James and Emma. If there is any person present who knows of any lawful impediment why these two people may not be married, then they should declare it now. Now, James and Emma, before you are joined in matrimony, it is my duty to remind you of the solemn and binding character of the vows you are about to make. Marriage, according to the law of this country, is the union of two people voluntarily entered into for life to the exclusion of all others. Marriage means making a commitment to each other for the rest of your lives, to developing and maintaining affection, cooperation, friendship, and mutual respect. It calls for trust, understanding, and encouragement, the ability to listen, and the willingness to accept each other exactly as you are. Marriage needs honesty, patience, and of course, humour. It requires both closeness and distance. A closeness of a couple who will be growing closer together year by year, and yet sufficient distance to allow each other to remain as an individual. Partners in such a marriage will be loving, caring, and above all, the very best of friends. Now, James and Emma, I'd like to ask you both please to stand. Chairs away. So any union you enter into has to be done voluntarily, and I ask you therefore this question. Do you, James, by your own choice, freely enter into the union of marriage with Emma? And do you, Emma, by your own choice, freely enter into the union of marriage with James? I do. Thank you. Now I'd now like to invite the witnesses to come up here and join us. That's Sophie and Joseph. And as I've explained to some people, the reason I asked the witnesses to join us now, is because when we get married, it's the words that marry us. It's not the signing of the register, that's just to prove that you've sealed the deal. But it's actually the words that the couple say to each other which actually marries them. The witnesses are here to make sure they hear every word they say, because when they sign the register, they're witnessing that they've heard the couple get married. So let's explain that one. Okay. I'm now going to ask you in turn to declare that you do not know of any lawful impediments why you should not be married to each other. I'm going to ask you to go first, James.
Okay.
Please repeat after me. I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, James Edward Thomas Chambers,
why I, James Edward Thomas Chambers,
may not be joined
may not be joined
in matrimony
in matrimony
to Emma Caroline Agnew.
to Emma Caroline Agnew.
I do solemnly declare
I do solemnly declare
that I know not
that I know not
of any lawful impediment
of any lawful impediment
why I, Emma Caroline Agnew,
why I, Emma Caroline Agnew,
may not be joined
may not be joined
in matrimony
in matrimony
to James Edward Thomas Chambers.
James Edward Thomas Chambers.
So now that Emma have declared that they know of no legal reason why they may not be married together, the moment has come for them to contract their marriage before you, their witnesses, because you're all witnesses today. So could I please ask everyone who's comfortable to do so to stand? You two can turn and face each other, please. You could get the tissue. Now, wedding rings symbolise the ideal of a relationship, which is complete and without end, and it provides a visible sign of your commitment to each other. So I'd now like to please ask Joseph to pass James Emma's ring. Now, if you'd like to place that ring onto Emma's finger and hold it there in place while you say to her, Emma, I give you this wedding ring
And now I give you this wedding ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and our marriage.
and our marriage.
I call upon
I call upon
these persons here present
persons here present
to witness
to witness
that I, James Edward Thomas Chambers,
that I, James Edward Thomas Chambers,
do take thee, Emma Caroline Agnew,
do take thee, Emma Caroline Agnew,
to be my lawful wedded wife.
to be my lawful wedded wife.
I promise to cherish you and care for you,
I promise to cherish you and care for you,
and care for your well-being
care for your well-being,
for the rest of our lives together.
the rest of our life together.
So Joseph, if I could ask you to pass Emma James' ring. And as you place that ring onto James's finger, please say to him, James, I give you this wedding ring
James, I give you this wedding ring
as a symbol of my love
as a symbol of my love
and our marriage.
and our marriage.
I call upon
I call upon
these persons here present
these persons here present
to witness
to witness
that I, Emma Caroline Agnew,
that I, Emma Caroline Agnew,
do take thee, James Edward Thomas Chambers,
do take thee, Edward Thomas Chambers,
to be my lawful... You just stand. No, do take thee, James Edward Thomas Chambers.
do take these, James Edward Thomas Chambers,
Just looks good now. To be my lawful wedded husband.
to be my lawful wedded husband.
I promise to cherish you
I promise to cherish you
and care for your well-being
and care for your well-being
for the rest of our lives together.
for the rest of our lives together.
James and Emma, You have both made the declarations prescribed by law and have made a solemn and binding contract with each other in the presence of your witnesses here assembled. I therefore have the greatest pleasure in confirming that you are now husband and wife.
Now, I'm under very strict instructions today. I've got to keep my speech to the minimum. And so, to that end, I have compiled a speech that is 5 words long and contains the word good twice. Goodbye, Emma. Good luck, James. Enough of the flippancy, I hear you say. Now, occasionally in life, you meet someone who is attractive, intelligent, charming, engaging, but enough about me. Wow, what a fantastic day. Isn't it? Yeah! I tell you, this has got to be up there with some of the best moments and days of my life, which includes Tottenham winning the double in 1961. But seriously, and of course that was serious, today, the 3rd of June 2016, is a day I will remember for the rest of my life. And I hope that some of you will too. And how lovely it is to see so many of Emma and James's friends. Friends who in some cases have travelled hundreds, if not thousands of miles to make it to this freebie. To this very important occasion. Now, I really am quite gobsmacked, to be honest, to see so many of you here today, and so far it's been so brilliant. And I think for many of us the tears have been there, even flowing, but there's a lot of you that I recognise, a few of you looking far more grown up and elegant than usual. But truthfully, may I offer you a heartfelt welcome to all family and friends on both sides of the new and no doubt to be exciting Agnew Chambers dynasty. Now, before I move on to some anecdotes, I just want to recall a couple of things. First of all, in the last 2 to 3 years, it has been my absolute pleasure to get to know John and Paula. It really has.
Likewise.
Thank you very much. And the other thing is, I was really, really touched to be invited to James's stag weekend. For no less reason than I had the chance to walk around in Edinburgh with a onesie, which was a chicken. And I even wore it last night to bring back some memories for James.
He did.
Now, I come to the part of my speech which I guess could be described as a slightly soppy section, but it's just to capture 1 or 2 moments of Emma's life that stand out for me and make me smile, but also make me very proud of her. Now, the first one happens to be when she was around about 4, 5 or 6. On a Saturday morning, she used to go swimming. And on that particular occasion, Jill and I used to take it in turns, but it was my turn that Saturday, and I didn't know it, but apart from the class that she was attending, she was also going to be swimming for her first badge. And that badge was to swim a length which was 20 metres of West Wickham swimming pool. Do you remember that? No. Well, I do, because I was sitting at the side of the pool and I hadn't realised this was going to happen. And there was Emma. And I was thinking, when I was writing my speech, it could have been Rebecca Addington swimming for gold in the Olympics, the way that I felt. And there was Emma swimming up the pool, and every stroke went through the water. I was urging her on, and I was just so excited, feeling so proud. And when she touched the ball at the end of the pool, I just stood up and I gave her a round of applause. And Emma, I actually have that swimming costume with me. No, I don't. Thank goodness, she says. Now, the second anecdote is one when we were on holiday as a family. It was in October. We used to go up to the Lake District for the October half term. Emma was around the same kind of age. And we were with a group of friends, and we had this really lovely walk near Buttermere. And as tends to happen with walks, you end up splitting up into smaller groups of people. And Jill and I had got to the end of the walk. Emma was somewhere lagging behind. And we were standing around chatting, admiring the view. And suddenly, the second group, there they were, coming down the footpath, and Emma caught sight of Jill. And the tranquility and the peace was suddenly shattered by this voice bellowing out from the hillside, "I'm coming, Mummy! I'm coming, Mummy!" As she purposely strolled down the footpath. Now, given Emma's quiet and unassuming personality, which I'm sure many of you are aware of, that was quite a shock. But more seriously, Emma has gone on to enjoy a successful period of her life. Firstly with her education, which culminated in her gaining a degree at Greenwich University, a degree in computer science, and now, of course, she is forging a successful career as a businesswoman in the banking industry. Clearly that means a lot to her. Okay, we're almost on the last lap, ladies and gentlemen. Emma, can I say, darling, that today you look absolutely gorgeous and absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
I could easily... exhaust the thesaurus of adjectives available to me on that one. And James, let me say to you that you look pretty damn gorgeous and stunning. Now, a handsome couple indeed, and I'm more than delighted to welcome you, James, to the family, but with one slight reservation.
Oh.
The fact that you support that other North London side that isn't Tottenham Hotspur. Now, I trust that in time, we can overcome that obstacle. And we will enjoy a very happy father-in-law, son-in-law relationship. Seriously though, James, I couldn't be more delighted to have you as my son-in-law, and I'm really, really happy that both of you came together today to make us all happy. Now, I can see that Ben is probably thinking, Dad, can you stop? Yeah. So I'm going to return to my seat with this truly heartfelt wish. I wish you both, Emma and James, every happiness, and I wish you a wonderful life together, with many highlights. But just remember, be there for one another. I now ask you, ladies and gentlemen, to be upstanding and join me in a toast. The bride and groom.
I wrote a speech yesterday.
Last night?
Condensed it down last night, this morning. So, first of all, I love everyone being here right now. Thank you so much for coming. What an emotional afternoon. I don't know what came over us, but in the moment, right? I'm not very used to being the centre of attention. There's a story which my parents tell me quite often about how I was at school. Joseph might remember it, might not remember it. Where's Joseph? He's over there. This man. Everyone started singing me happy birthday on my birthday. I spent the whole time throughout the song convincing everyone it was not actually my birthday. I'm not being the centre of attention, but I'm the centre of the table in front of all you lovely people. Thank you. And moving on to Joseph, I mean, thank you so much for being my best man. Nothing organised for Stag Do, the itinerary, I mean, I'm surprised it wasn't laminated, it was so efficient, it was so great, I felt like I was on a school trip. Everyone knew where they were supposed to be at every time of the day. Taxis were always there, the excursions were always planned. Had such a great time, I was really looked after. Talkies I got off quite lightly. Yeah, I got off quite lightly. But I've known you 25 years. Only you could have been my best man. And I just want to say, raise a glass to Joseph. So I want to raise some attention to Reese, Jessica and Rebecca. Hey Rebecca. We have some things we'd like to give you. Do you guys want to come up to the table right now? Can we manage that?
You've been so well behaved today.
You've been so well behaved.
Amazing.
This is for you. This is for you. This is for you. So I'd like to thank you both, all of you. Really appreciate you today. Which ties into the rest of the bridal party. Bridesmaids of Emma. Bridesmaids of Emma. Your big cardigan. You've done not only Emma proud, you've done me proud as well. I've met you through Emma. You've all welcomed me as her other half. You didn't have to like me, but I'm grateful that you did. I'm really grateful that you did. You all looked the part today. I'm really thankful for you all being here today. I'd like to raise a glass to the bridesmaids, of course. Okay, so what moves on to the next? 5 minutes? Bridesmaids presents. So bridesmaids, I'm going to just form an orderly queue. Yeah,
Stampede!
Bridesmaids, stand up.
Make your way over here, is basically what he's saying.
because you deserve some credit for everyone being here today, let's be honest.
Okay. You're welcome.
I'm picking you up right now. If it wasn't for you, Matthew, where are you? Where art thou now, Matthew?
Where is he? He's
Hi,
over
Matthew.
there.
If it weren't for you, some of our friends having that flat above Shoe World in Brawley,
Great party.
this probably would have never have happened.
That special party.
That fateful night on the staircase. Oh, we just started talking. But most importantly, I grew up as an only child. I feel like now I have a brother, which I never had.
I love you, bro.
It's great. I mean, really happy. But now what's going to happen next is I'm going to raise a toast to Ben, because if it weren't for Ben, we wouldn't be here right now. How's the food? How's 5 minutes? Let's go over.
After
Okay.
me.
Jill and Julian, mother and father of my wife. My wife.
That's the first time you said that.
First time I said that. I just thank you so much for welcoming me into the family. I feel like the family that I've had has now been extended. Yeah, I'm just really
We're
thankful.
glad to have
You
you.
put up with me for the past 4 years.
Been a
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a strain, it's been a real strain.
Yeah.
Just don't mention Arsenal, right?
Second place Arsenal.
Second case.
Second place Arsenal.
Yeah.
After the third place Tottenham.
All right, guys. Save for later.
I wasn't saying anything about football, I'm not going to say anything about football.
No, that was the dip.
If you won the league, I would have.
Anyway, come on.
I'd like to raise a toast to Jill and Julian,
Jill.
my mother and father-in-law.
Cheers, mate.
Mother. You raised me. Looked after me. Taking care of me, dragged me up.
Cleared up after the parties.
Yeah. I'm thankful for it. But I'm really thankful you've been there for me no matter what. Through the good times, the challenging times, the occasionally challenging times, because it's been and gone now, like water under the bridge. But really happy you've embraced Emma. Taken her under your wing. I'm pretty sure she's the daughter you never had now.
She likes handbags.
She likes to
Likes a glass of wine.
I'm going to keep it short and sweet.
I'm sorry.
Obviously, you know how much you both mean to me. I was a little when growing up, but then I realised how much important family is, you know. I was a very sort of angry adolescent teenager. Got past that stage, when I appreciate it a lot more. Raise glasses. John and Caller.
John and Paula.
Okay. There's an honorary mention today. Not tonight, yeah. 2 years ago, me and Emma got engaged. Flipped everything on its head. The planning started. The fun and games started. Get everything sorted out. I'd like to just wish congratulations to our friends Simon and Olivia.